Finally got Micheal Johnson back here in the program. It's been a while since we've actually talked. Training camp's over. You're in the
Yeah,
hotel.
sure. Happy.
Yeah. How was training camp? Be honest. Be honest. Like I know they wear and they're tiresome and it's sleep, eat, wash, get in the shower and repeat every day and that's it.
Yeah. Man, my training camp was great. I loved it. You know, even this week before I left, I was still pulling 2 days. And
Wow.
man, I don't know if it was because of this new weight cut kind of energized me, but I've just been excited to train, excited to get in there and get better. And I'm really looking forward to getting in there Sunday and fighting. It's been since July, so it's been a little while.
When you say new weight cut, what do you mean new weight cut?
Well, I'm going down to 45,
Yeah.
so a lot of things are different. My diet's different.
Okay.
I don't slack off and eat little like cheat meals or anything like that. So everything's incredible.
So you actually had to be a lot more. Obviously, is the assumption if you're going down a weight class, you have to be a lot more disciplined. But it sounds like you were just more disciplined. It wasn't that you've had to change your diet plan or do or change up how you're eating or when you're eating. It's pretty much the same, just dropping out and being a lot more disciplined and dropping out those cheat meals, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely, and getting with a nutritionist and working with them, and George Lockhart and their group have been doing
Mhm.
great work for me, and they're out here helping me now in St. Louis, and it's going incredible.
You weren't using George before?
No, this is my first time using
Oh,
them.
I'm sorry. I thought you were using George for a while. I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
no, this is my first time, and
okay. So it
it,
is
it's
completely different. Your weight cut's completely different. Not just going down lower, but you've actually revamped how you're eating for this entire camp. Then.
yeah, everything's be revamped. Like it's like a whole new life.
Okay.
It's like I just gotten into the UFC. For me,
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
so it feels good. I'm excited, man. That little like cloud, like again, we're going through this again. That's away and done with, man. Everything's new to me right now.
Do you have enough energy to get through the practices? Because sometimes dieting down, you end up losing a little bit of energy, and practices get a little rough.
I've been in there an hour before practice and minutes after practice.
Nice.
I've had so much energy. It's incredible. And I don't know whether that's me just being motivated to get in there and do more, or my energy levels have spiked since I've got down to weight, or what. But hey, I'm not gonna try to find an answer as long as I'm in there working and doing what I need to do. I'm good.
You're very much a realist. If eating sawdust would make you a better fighter, you'd eat sawdust. It's just
Absolutely, give me 2 cups of it.
yeah. So let's talk about Elkins. That's your opponent coming up. As far as UFC.com is concerned, you guys are evenly matched up. They both have you ranked at 10. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or if it's a co-10 spot. But you look at the your deciding factors, how many decisions you have and landed strikes per minute and defense, everything's pretty close. It's super super close. So somebody that's brand new to the game, new fans, which we have every day now, it seems like in this sport,
Yeah.
uh, they're seeing you fight for the first time. What separates you from Darren?
My speed. That separates me from everybody in the UFC, I think. But my speed, my movement. He's been a while. He's been in the UFC quite some time, so he's a veteran. But as far as resumes goes, I mean, you put mine up against the best in the business. Nobody can really compete with my resume. And he hasn't fought the talented guys that I've fought and competed with at the lightweight division. So I think that's really going to set us aside from this fight.
So you feel good. Obviously, weight's down. You feel like you're going to make weight relatively easily. It won't be too much of a cut. How much are you over right now?
Man, I'm like 8 over, 7 over, so I'm good.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Really?
crazy because to make 55, I was almost starving myself just to make it. And
Wow.
yeah, and so now he's nutritionist. He's got me eating every few hours, and they're big, nice meals, and the weight's just coming off on me.
Wow, that's dope, man. I didn't realize that would be that easy for you because usually I remember talking to you before. You'd wake up 8 pounds. You'd wake up day of making weight 8 pounds over for 55.
Yeah, so on occasion, sometimes that'll happen, but
Jeez. Okay, so weight's down. Camp was great. You love camp. So what's going to happen in this fight then?
I'm gonna go in here and look to get a win. It's gonna be a
Okay.
crazy fight. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm gonna knock him out. I don't know if it's gonna be a decision. All I know is I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna get a victory.
you've got to you got to sit around and visualize like these fights. You have to. It's just what has to happen now. You got to think about, okay, this situation, what do I do? This situation, what do I do? When you close your eyes and you're about to go to sleep at night, how do you see yourself winning the fight?
Picking him apart. Him running into a big shot and me getting a knockout.
Yeah,
Just like I picture all my fights.
yeah,
As long as I keep him off of me and I don't let him wrestle me or keep me on the cage, then we're gonna get out of here with a victory. You should see my back, man. It's got so many burns and scrapes from as much cage work as we've been working this
oh,
camp.
okay,
Like literally, I get out of practice and the back of my shirt's bloody because we've been on the cage so much. So
yeah.
that's where his strengths are, and that's what he's gonna try to do. So I got to be prepared for that.
He's a big cage pusher. Definitely going to get you against a cage. It's like one of those things. Not if it happens, just when it's going to happen and what you're going to do with it. Do you think getting off the cage against him multiple of times is going to make him exhausted from trying to keep you there? Because it does take a lot of energy to hold a guy against the cage.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he should get a little exhausted from that
Mm-hmm.
and trying to keep up with my speed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you watched Elkins fight before, which I'm sure you have, he really doesn't get that fatigued.
Mm-hmm.
When the fight goes longer, that's when he gets stronger, and he seems to find that second win and makes it tough on the opponents. So we've studied him very well. We've worked our game plan very well. So we're not going to see anything that we haven't seen before.
Last question before we get done with this interview: who's going to corner you for this one?
I got Henry and Greg and Kami.
Okay.
He came over with Robbie from ATT, so he's one of our coaches now
Okay.
and solidified a spot. So
Perfect. Good for you, Mike. It's good. It's good to see you. You definitely look skinnier, for
yeah, I
sure.
know, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at my face in the camera, like, damn, I do look a little skinny.
Yeah, but it's good though. It's gonna be a good fight, and at least from what you said, you're ready to go. Like there's no first time jitters of trying to get down to this weight class. It seems a relatively easy weight cut, and that's the biggest deal, really,
Yeah,
for a fight is getting through that weight
absolutely, man. I haven't had a piece of bread in like 2.5 months.
cut.
And this has been such a long training camp, and I've been excited every single day to go in the gym. I might
Nice.
wake up feeling a little joggy and tired, but as soon as I get in that gym, it's time to go. And you got to drag me out.
Yeah,
So
good for you, man. That's awesome to see. Thanks so much for coming on here, man. Have a great fight. We'll talk soon.
yeah, no problem, man. Thank you.